So we often hear about breathing techniques that are used to bring on calm and relaxation, right? Everyone's heard of that. But what if I told you there's breathing techniques that can also produce or induce stress? And when you do, you're able to then practice calm within that. So when you're out in your daily life, when things are hectic and stressful, you're able to practice that calm as well. It's like training the mind. Take you back well over 1,000 years ago, you got Tumo breathing. Tibetan monks were practicing this mainly to generate inner heat, also part of their spiritual practice as well, and connecting to peace. But think about this inner heat, okay? It was freezing cold temperatures. They didn't have external sources of heat, so they're practicing this. There's even a French explorer in the 1930s wrote about monks putting wet sheets on their bodies and drying them through this breathing. Fast forward into 2000s, guy called Wim Hof, also known as the Iceman, right? You see all these people putting up videos of ice baths now, right? Probably because of the Iceman and what he's done. It's called the Wim Hof method. And part of his method, part of it is the Wim Hof breathing, which is an adaptation or variation of Tumo breathing. And he's used this technique. Yes, his mindset is important. This guy, Wim Hof, he's climbed Mount Everest in a pair of shorts, or he submerged himself under ice for about 2 hours. Okay. And yes, mindset is needed here, but also the breathing technique that he's using to withstand these extreme factors. Here's how the technique goes. You're doing rounds of breathing, basically hyperventilation. You could do about 30 to 40 continuous breaths, fully in, forceful in, filling up belly, chest, and head, and then just letting it go. About 30 times, 30, 40 times. I don't count personally. I just go off what my body is telling me. At the end of each round, you're coming into a breath hold. Now, what exactly is happening within each of these rounds? During the actual breathing itself, here's the inducing stress part. You're activating the sympathetic nervous system, you're pumping adrenaline into your body, you're reducing carbon dioxide. So when you're reducing carbon dioxide, what's happening, a thing called the Bohr effect, or I guess a bit technical, try follow along, Bohr effect. The oxygen is going to bind more tightly to the hemoglobin, and then it won't release to the tissues. You're coming into the breath hold now. So you've just been doing a round of 30, 40 breaths, whoa, 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 jacked up system going nuts. In the breath hold, you can practice calm. Now your carbon dioxide at the beginning of that breath hold is low. So there's no need to breathe out and breathe and get rid of any more carbon dioxide. So you're able to hold for longer. And as you're holding, metabolic activities are happening within, which is creating an increase again of carbon dioxide. Increase of carbon dioxide means the oxygen that has been just tightly binding to hemoglobin can now release, and it does so efficiently, and it floods your body. Floods your body, parasympathetic nervous system activates. That's about all about calm and relaxation. You may have heard of rest and digest system. Okay, and you're practicing calm. You can sit in that. It's a wonderful, peaceful state. And you do a few more rounds. And again, you're training. You're training resilience. You're training stress management. You're training mindset. You're training endurance. This is the point of doing it. And then there's many other points of doing it as well. He's also proven, and this is the thing about Wim Hof, he loves research and science. He's proven how it boosts the immune system too. The guy even went to injecting himself with E. coli to figure that one out. So if you're interested and curious about learning more about these types of ancient techniques and experiencing them and practicing them, then feel free to come along to one of my group sessions and you'll learn many other different techniques as well. Small group of professionals meeting weekly. Go across to resetwithrichie.com/group breathwork, and there is now a 2-week free trial. So be sure to grab that, and I'll see you soon.